If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. Let's go. You feel me, them? So, welcome back to the BluePoetTree podcast. You feel me, them? I'm your host, Quindell Evans. And this is the ears version of the podcast. Yes, the ears like on the side of your face. Your ears. EARS. The explanation and reasoning for my songs podcast. You feel me? This is the ears version where we explain and break down the lyrics of the music and poetry that I make. You feel me? So I appreciate you guys for tuning in to the Ears podcast. I mean the BluePoetTree podcast, the Ears version. And on today's episode, we're gonna be dissecting the song "I Need a Piece of Change." You know, I need a piece of change. It's a song off Give Them More, my first tape back in 2015. And it's self-explanatory what it's about. I need a piece of change. I guess it is. But before we do that, I want to go right into the pledge so that we can start this off and end this off in the right way. You feel me? We got to set the mood. So let's go. And the affirmation pledge is written by Abiodun Oyewole, the creator and founder of The Last Poets. And it goes like this. I want to be what I can be, to be proud, healthy and free. I want to say what I know to help my brothers and sisters grow. I want to feel good about me and blame no one for my misery, 'cause I'll be strong and turn it around. I want to go up, I'm not going down. I want to do what I can do to make all my dreams come true. Remember my past, the good and bad, how I made it art even when it was sad. I want to share whatever my gift, and when you're feeling low, I give you a lift. I want to live without fear and know that I'm blessed for being here. You know that you're blessed for being here. You know that we're blessed for being here. Just know that we're blessed. All right, then. So that's the pledge, and then we're gonna pop it off right now with the dissection of the music. We're gonna get straight into it. Once again, the name of the song that we're dissecting today is called "I Need a Piece of Change," and it's spelled a little different. Piece is spelled like peace, Peace. You feel me? So I need a piece of change instead of the other way around. I need a piece of change, right? So, like I said, this song was written in 2015. This is one of those songs that I cried writing. Not necessarily like, knowing why I cried, but I cried. Because a lot of times I write music or make music. Sometimes I don't write songs. I just sing it or rap it, and it's in the memory, like it just sticks. And that's mostly the songs that's real, that I have a real, emotional attachment to, or something that's, a song that I'm really digging in my life experiences and pulling them out and putting them in a song. Like this is really how I feel kind of vibe. Like this is, sometimes I'm making a song and I'm like talking about how I want to feel, or talking about, or like just going with the flow and with the cadence and making sure I rhyme and stuff like that. And some songs I'm really just saying how I feel. The ironic thing is, I wrote the song in 2015, but it actually I started writing it as a poem 2014. So I wrote a poem called "I Need a Piece of Change," and the poem is in the song, like it's a part of it. I kind of sing the poem in the song. So the lyrics is, I first started singing, "I need a piece of change." Like I sang that a few times, and then I go off into like poem mode, just like the song "Let Go." I go from like singing to poetry. Instead of in "Let Go," I went from like rapping to poetry. I need a piece of change so I can spend some time on mine in the gold mine inside of my mind, So I need a piece of change, like if you're asking for money you want to spend it on whatever you want to spend it on. I'm saying so I can spend some time with this change. And obviously, I'm not talking about changes in money, but I'm talking about changes in creating a change. You feel me? Creating this change, like a verb, like something you do. Like, so I could spend some time on mine, and the gold mine inside of my mind. That's the change I want to make. I want to make a change mentally, so I could spend some time on mine and the gold mine inside of my mind, With this change, I'll buy happy seeds and plant them in pain soil. And when it rains, so when I get this change, with this change, I'm going to create happiness. I want to be mentally free. I want to be mentally well, That's what this is personifying. That's what this is expressing. I'm expressing that I need some peace, an inner peace inside of me that can change my mind state to always be willing to be happy. You feel me? So this song is expressing that, and this is around the same time I wrote Let Go. So as I explained on the last podcast, I'm pretty much broke and ain't got much. I just lost my job. About to lose my crib soon. Like, this is like before I lost the crib, and I'm literally like reflecting on how I could deal with this, like how I could make myself better, like how I could, find a way to stay mentally right and stay fiscally right, so I need a piece of change, not just money, but also some inner peace and to make a change, so I can stay happy throughout what's going on. I'll buy happy seeds and I'll plant them in pain soil. And when it rains, the richest roots of joy will for you what pain hath owned. From this piece of change, happiness have grown, so I want to be happy in life, throughout whatever changes is happening. Whatever's going on, I want to make sure that I stay happy, They say, I said, I wrote, created a song recently, or I'll just say I wrote, just for the sake of saying it. But I wrote a song recently that called I Don't Got the Answers. And one of the first lines is, the best part of success is when you keep yourself together. Like the best part of success is when you stay mentally sane, when you stay mentally healthy, because with success can come great, with great success can come great responsibility, and great responsibility can weigh people down mentally. People can give up and not, put their all into it anymore and just become drained or depressed or just indifferent towards things, So, like, this is acknowledging that. Like, I want to remain happy no matter what. I want to keep my smile. I want to keep my happiness. I want to keep my sanity no matter what is going on, I don't want to be successful and lose it. I don't want to be great and lose my mind, So I need a piece of change. I'm singing again. It goes back into the chorus. And in the midst of it, I'm ad-libbing some peace, some change, so to let you know that I'm really talking about I need some peace and some change and, and a change instead of like I need a piece of change. It's a metaphor. It's a play on words. And then I start to sing, who are we to blame, Who are we to blame? Like, who do we blame for what's going on right now? So this is me. This is when I started like crying. Like this is when I'm crying writing this song. I need a piece of change. Who are we to blame? Is this freedom or a game? There's no need to know my name. So like this is me questioning. This is me questioning things now. Like, what's going on? Like, who are we to blame? Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, especially in the media, especially, who am I supposed to blame for not having a job and losing all I have? Like, who am I to blame? Obviously, for everything that's going on in my life, I can only blame myself. I can't blame nobody else, but sometimes we got to question it, Is this freedom or a game, And the reason I ask that is because, as a black man, we as a black person, we always talk about freedom as if, like it's something we're trying to achieve, as if we don't have it. And now this is me like questioning, like, what is freedom? Like, do we have that? Do we even want that? Like, what is it? Is this a game? Like, is freedom the game? Like, because it's weird that, like, we can, it's weird that we still are on the quest for freedom. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? Like, what is freedom? Like, I'm confused. So this is me being confused. Like, I don't even know if I want freedom, because it seems like it's just a game. Like, it's not even something that can be attained. It's like it's a concept. It's not really a construct. It's not real. Like, is this freedom or is this a game? Because, they say we free, but I don't even know what that means anymore, So, like, this is me reflecting on that. And then I say, there's no need to know my name. And, I feel like a lot of times we idolize people for who they are, like, if they're like a highly celebrated person, a celebrity, a famous person, a star, then we kind of put expectations on them, like they have to be a certain way, they have to live a certain way in order to prove to us that they're worthy of being celebrated more and more and more throughout their lives. And I feel like, granted, I, become a highly celebrated person, please don't put no expectations on me, because you don't know my flaws, you don't know what I've been through, you don't know what I'm made of, and I can't just be living my life to try to prove to you, that I am all that you visualize, so like, you don't need to know my name, because you and me, we are the same. If you got flaws, then I can have flaws. If you can mess up, I can mess up. If anybody in this world can mess up, we all can mess up. If anybody can be a certain way, then we all can be a certain way. We single people out, and give highly celebrated people too much power over our emotions and stuff like that. We're highly affected by highly celebrated people, it seems like. Someone highly celebrated, a celebrity in the media, does something negative, we're all like, they can't do that. And it's like, if they were, like, they can't do that because they're them. Like, they're highly celebrated, and that's making us look bad for all of them. It's like, if a person who's not highly celebrated, if a person who's not a celebrity can do something negative or do something that you don't like, then a celebrity can too. It's whatever. So, like, there's no need to know my name, because you and me, we are the same. And then I say, and I believe that he will reign. And I'm talking about, like a higher power or God or the universe or, spirit, the ancestors, universal prime creator. I'm talking about, I feel like the universe or Mother Earth or even the earth. I feel like whatever is going on is not as powerful as whatever has made us, whatever has created us, So, like, all of these current events don't really even matter, and then I go into, and then I say I need a piece of change again, and then I say the same thing, start singing the same lines I just said, but now I'm ad-libbing, kind of expanding just how I expanded just now to you, and I say, I need a piece of change, but I ain't asking. We're creating our way to the top, because when we ain't got, who are we to blame? Everybody's here, but not everybody cares or can share. Is this freedom or a game? Freedom from their games free us from our chains. There's no need to know my name. Check my social. I'm not the social type. It's about we, not me. Because you and me, we are the same. In our brains, souls, let's go, set goals together. And I believe that he will reign. So we can make the world better today if we become one and say, I need a piece of change. Because for me, and then it just like rocks out with, I need a piece of change, some change. And I say all of this, like, I need a piece of change, but I ain't asking. We're creating our way to the top, because when we ain't got, like, this is me now kind of breaking down where I want to go, like, regardless of the fact that all of this is going on, it's time for us to focus on getting better, focus on creating our way to the top, because when we ain't got, who are we to blame? When you ain't nobody to blame, for real, for real. Everybody's here, but not everybody cares or can share. So this is me saying, like, yo, we're in a world full of people, and we all can help each other out, but not everybody cares to help each other out, you know? And not everybody can afford to care, you know? Like, everybody's here, but not everybody cares or can share. Like, not everybody can afford to care. Remember, in the beginning, it's like, I want to create happy seeds. I want to be mentally prepared. I want to be mentally stable. There's so many mentally unstable people in the world that it's not even real for us to expect that everybody can, you know, help each other out, for real, for real. Like, you know, generally, relatively, like, you know, it, it's, you know, conceptually, yeah, theoretically, yes. We all here, we all can help each other out. But a lot of people have lost it. A lot of people never had it. A lot of people, you know, suffered traumatic experiences, and we just can't depend on each other right now. And especially with the way things are set up, we can create little conglomerates, little environments where we create unified cultures, and we, you know, create unified customs that we can allow to grow gradually and become, you know, universal in communities, you know, universal in certain aspects. But I don't know, like, I don't know, this is me reflecting, like, you know, like, I don't know if you know, world peace is going to look like everyone is helping each other out with so much people who aren't on the same page mentally, you know, from the bottom up, from the top down, you know. So everybody's here, but not everybody cares or can share. And then there's this freedom or a game. Freedom from their games, free us from our chains. You already know what I'm talking about. Like, us black people are mentally enslaved and still suffering from the chattel slavery that lasted, you know, half a century. So I mean, that's lasted for like 5 centuries. I mean, half a millennium. You feel me? That's what I meant to say. Excuse me. That's the slavery that's lasted that the slavery that black people has suffered from over for like literally half a millennium. So like, we're still suffering from that. Free us from our chains, you know. Let's stop playing these games. There's no need to know my name. Check my social, not the social type. It's about we, not me. It's about us. So forget my name. Because you and me, we are the same. In our brains, in our souls, we are the same. You feel me? Kinda. You know, like, I'm not going to go all the way there, but this is just a song to kind of pull things together. You feel me? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. You know, I'm not a geneticist. I don't know if we're all actually the same. We probably have a lot of distinct differences, which makes things the way they are because of our differences. But let's go. Let's set goals together, because we have to accept that we all here together. You know, I believe that he will reign. I believe that we can all exist together in a positive way. And we can make the world better today if we become one and say, I need a piece of change. We can all exist together in a positive way if we accept our differences and kind of allow our differences to be expressed in ways that are, you know, that are allowing each other to remain different. I feel like the reason the world, or a lot of the things in the world, are, you know, a little messed up is because you know, when we see differences, we kind of want to you know, something is not the way we want it, we kind of want to make it how we want it. You know, like, if I do things this way and my friend does things this way, it's kind of like my way is better kind of vibe. And instead of like I should just let my friend do it his way and I'll do it my way. And that kind of energy is like rare. It's like we want control, you know. One culture wants control of another culture. One way of functioning wants to trump over another way of functioning, you know. So once we do have differences, you know. We're not all the same, but once we realize that we're all the same, we I mean, we're all not the same, but we're in the same place, existing together, and we can kind of respect each other's differences and create within these differences, you know. And that's what this song is personifying for me. And it's also just coming back to the point that I'm in charge and in control of the peace that I'm creating in my life and the change that I'm creating in my life. I need a piece of change. That's my dissection for it. If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn education. If you want to listen to it, the links is in the description of this podcast, all my music links. And also, I'll just play the song, I Need a Piece of Change, after. But you can listen to all my other music, too, if you search Quindell Evans on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Tidal, wherever you listen to music at, you know, and bump out to all my music. I got over 100 songs out, and I'm still writing and recording music right now. We'll be putting out some more music for you soon, you know. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you feel about the song. Let's go.